You're ready to harness the power of your communications data. Blast off with Nylas today.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Coding with Nylas, a live stream where we talk about programming, APIs, and more. And today is a really exciting day because it's episode 99. We're getting closer to the 100th episode, which is just amazing. So, let's see. Before we continue, let me remind you to like and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel, like our videos, click on the little bell to get notified every time we're going to get a new video. And most important, like our videos. It's always an important thing. So, today we're going to talk about how to send an email using Taipy. So, Taipy is yet another web framework from Python where you don't need to use any HTML or CSS or JavaScript or anything like that. So, it's along the lines with nice GUI, Solara, Reflex, WebPy.io. So Taipy is pretty amazing. You're going to see it's completely different from the other ones. So this is going to be an exciting episode. Uh, before we continue, let me remind you that we're hosting a hackathon. So go ahead to nylas.devpost.com, create your account, join our hackathon, and you're going to get an email with instructions on how to create your free Nylas account and as well some resources to get you started. Because remember, here you need to use Nylas and AI to create something useful using calendar or email or contacts as well. The deadline is October 2nd, 2023, 6 p.m. EDT. So there's still time to build something really cool. So let's jump in. What we're going to do right now is show you the Taipy website, which is taipy.io. Right, your web application builder, pure Python. Uh, I'm not really sure which one does it use. I mean, I think it uses TypeScript, uh, but I'm not clear if there's any React or something like that on the backend or on the front end, actually. Probably this MUI.com, which I have no clue what it is. But you're going to see it's pretty interesting. So let's jump and run this. So I'm just going to go and do that's for another thing. So Python 3 Taipy email sender. So we're going to send an email using Taipy. So I'm going to run this. And it's going to open my web browser for me. So let's make this a little bit bigger. Here on the receiving, we're going to have our combo box, which is going to be tied to our contacts. So I can say here, choose myself. And I can say, hello from Taipy. And we're going to say here, we're sending this email using Nylas and Python's Taipy. So I'm going to click on send email, and we're going to get a small notification saying that it was sent successfully, or it fails, it fails. But we're going to get notified either way. So we're going to click send. Yeah, email was sent successfully. And you can see that the form gets cleared. And if we go here, you're going to see that we get the email. We're sending this email using Nylas and Python Taipy. Let me stop sharing for a second. So it's nice. I actually discovered Taipy kind of like a couple of days ago. At first, I was kind of like a bit intimidated, but then I was able to run this like in a couple of hours. So it was pretty straightforward. The documentation is kind of strange. I was actually expecting to see more like a gallery of things that you can do, but it's really good. I mean, if you start digging into it, it's pretty intuitive. So don't forget that we have live streams every Wednesday and Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time. So that's always important thing to know. So let's jump and see their source code of this little application. So here, as always, we're going to import our dependencies. So .emp for our environment files, Nylas to be able to actually send an email. And from Taipy GUI, we're going to import GUI, and notify. We're going to load our environment variables. Let's make this a little bit bigger just in case. We're going to initialize our API client. Here, actually, I don't think we need this. I actually copied it from another source code that just modified a couple of things. So probably we don't even need this. We're just going to comment it out. What we need is this for sure. So a contact list and this email list. So contact list is going to contain all our contacts. And you see it's going to be in this form. So we're going to call the contacts endpoint. We're going to go into our address book. We're going to limit it to 5. I specify a group, which is my CRM group, which I always use for these kind of examples. So on this contact list, which is an array, I'm going to put the first name and the last name concatenated together, which is what you can see right here. So name and last name. And we can make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, perfect. So on this dictionary here, what we're going to do is going to use the first name and last name as the key and the associated email as the value. So that when we select, for example, Randy Savage, it's going to bring the name and the email. Then we're going to have some global variables for the state. So name, email, subject, body. And this is kind of like the interesting part. And probably I can make this a little bit bigger because this one is completely different from the others. So here we're going to define the main page using Markdown. So here you can see I'm saying email sender, which is this one here. I'm saying recipient, which is this one here. And for the combo box, I'm saying here, contact is going to be the name. Selector is going to be the type of the element, which is going to be a combo box. Here, LOB, I think, I don't remember exactly what it means, but it's kind of what is going to be inside that combo box, which is going to be our contact list. And here we're going to say that it's actually going to be a dropdown. Here, for example, on the name, which is here name, we said that it's going to be called name, or it's going to have the value name, and it's going to be an input. Same for the other ones. Here on the body, we're going to say the same. So body is actually this value here. So you see name, email, subject, body. So I'm going to say body here. It's going to be an input, and it's going to be multi-line true, so that we can write several lines. And finally, we're going to have the button here. So the text of the button is going to be send email. Is here. It's going to be a button. And when we press it, so on action, we're going to call the function on button action. So we are defining all the page as Markdown input, which is amazing. And it was kind of strange for me at first to realize how do I use this. So when we press a button, we're going to create a draft. And we're going to grab from the state. So these variables are going to be part of the state. We want to grab the name. We're going to grab, the subject, the body, and we want to use the name and email to define who's going to receive this email. We're going to try to send it. We're going to notify if the email was sent successfully. Otherwise, we're going to say that the error occurred. And we simply going to clear all the states. So this is nice. Actually, I don't need to specify anything more than whatever value is here on the subject, for example, is going to be here on this subject value or variable. And that's going to be what I'm going to get when I send the email. So it's pretty nice. It's all tightly connected. Then here we had an unchange. So the unchange is going to happen every time we select something here on our combo box. So if I say Bret Hart, it's going to change to Bret Hart with his email. So basically what we're saying here is that unchange is the variable name is contact, which is the name of our combo box. We're going to set the state name as the value that we have here, so Bret Hart. And we're going to say that the email is going to be our dictionary using this name as the key. So we're going to be able to grab the name and grab the email. Finally, we just want to run that page, and that's it. It's pretty cool. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do with Taipy. I just barely scratched the surface, but it's like pretty awesome technology. I mean, probably it's not going to replace Nice GUI in my heart, but still, I see that I'm going to be using Taipy a way more in the future. So, again, let me remind you, like and subscribe, like our videos, and kind of like join us every time we're having a live stream. Remember that you can comment live, so that's good. You just need to go leave your comment. I'm going to see it here. I'm going to be able to read it. I'm going to reply to you as well. So that's kind of it for now or for today. But remember that this Wednesday, we're going to celebrating the 100th episode of Coding with Nylas, which is going to be nice. I got a pretty good surprise for you guys. If you join, you're going to see something, or you're going to see what we have been doing all these 100 episodes. So it's going to be pretty nice. Don't forget to follow us on social. So at Nylas on all social media. We're trying to be everywhere. Remember the hackathon. Join the hackathon. You can do it. You have all our support. If you join the hackathon and you create a free Nylas account, we have also a Discord server, and we have a lot of resources. You can send us an email. You can ping us online. You can catch up with us on social, and we're more than ready to help you. And we're more than happy to welcome you into the Nylas family. So I think that's it for now. It was a short episode, although I think it was a nice one. And I actually forgot to mention something. You see that the page is all centered and everything. So that's actually in the center. So that's why I created a file called Taipy email sender.css, which is the same name that I'm using. I'm just trying to make this bigger. So it's the same name that I'm using for my application. This. So it's the same, Taipy email sender.py, but here I'm using Taipy email sender.css. So here I'm using root, so it's going to be applied to all the elements on the page. And here I'm just saying, specifying the hex display and everything, so that everything is centered. You can kind of do that here on each of the components, but it's nice that you just can create a separate TSS page and just apply to everything. So I forgot that one. Hope it's not that critical. So thanks for joining. I just hope you have a great weekend. And actually, Wednesday we're gonna have the 100th episode, and we're gonna go into a small kind of hiatus for 2 weeks. So you're gonna miss us for 2 weeks, but we're gonna come back with a lot of exciting stuff, more episodes, more Nylas, more programming, more APIs. So Hope you have a great weekend. Bye, everyone. Take care. And don't forget the hackathon. Bye.